What's up, everybody? It's Jordan, and welcome to the Sports Student Hines Show. In today's video, I'm going to be continuing my series of Path of the Draft. Each video on Path of the Draft, I talk about each team's off-season moves and a 3-round mock draft from Pro Football Network. Let's go ahead and get started here talking about the Washington Commanders. In the offseason, the Washington Commanders traded to get former Indianapolis Colts quarterback Carson Wentz. They traded to get him for a 2022 and 2023 second and a 2023 third-round pick. I know Washington fans were expecting to get, Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson, but I feel like Wentz can be it's kind of weird because he can be really, really good one play, and then other times can be like the worst quarterback in the NFL. But this past season, Wentz had a completion percentage of 62%. He threw for over 3,500 passing yards. He had 27 passing touchdowns and 7 interceptions. They also signed guard Andrew Norwell to a 2-year deal worth $10 million. I like this move quite a bit here. I think Norwell is one of the most underrated guards in the NFL. He was a first-team All-Pro back in 2017. They lost Brandon Sheriff to Jacksonville, so they get Norwell to be his replacement. I like that quite a bit there. And they also signed, their running back, J.D. McKissic, to a 2-year deal worth $7 million. The last 2 seasons, McKissic has over 1,500 yards, throughout rushing and receiving yards. 7 touchdowns. He's one of the better running backs, that can catch out of the backfield and get you some rushing yards here and there as well. They also re-signed safety Bobby McCain to a 2-year deal worth $11 million. Last season, McCain had 63 tackles, 4 interceptions, 9 pass deflections, and a touchdown. So they re-signed him to a 2-year deal to kind of get some more, veteran leadership in that, Washington secondary. Let's go ahead and get started here looking at this Washington 3-round mock draft here from ProFootballNetwork.com. It's very interesting to me with Washington to pick 11th. There's a couple of different positions that could maybe go here with 11. Like I said, they have a first and a second in this year's 2022 draft. I think there's the wide receivers here. Jameson Williams, Chris Olave, Drake London, Treylon Burks are all available. Garrett Wilson was already picked. To me, I would not be surprised if Washington maybe went wide receiver. Terry McLaurin is one of the most underrated receivers in the NFL, but his contract is expiring, relatively soon. Curtis Samuel, they signed him last season. He was hurt a little bit, but even when he was healthy, he didn't really live up to the contract that he was given for Washington. I want to have them taking a wide receiver here, and I'm going to have them take Jameson Williams, the wide receiver from Alabama University. To me, I like that pick quite a bit there. He might miss a little bit, but, some people think, Jameson Williams, if he was healthy, would be for sure the number 1 wide receiver taken in this 2022 NFL draft. Had some trade offers here, but we don't do trades on these mock drafts here. Looking at some defense, I know, their defensive line is phenomenal with young talent, but Devontae Wyatt, to me, I think is someone maybe they should consider here because he should not be available at 47. That would be a tremendous value pick for the Washington Commanders. Tariq Woolen, the corner from UTSA, I like this pick a ton here if they go him with the 47th pick overall, somehow still available. This is kind of where I expect him to go, but I would not be surprised as we get closer to the draft if he maybe sneaks just outside the first round. He has 6'4". He ran a 40-yard dasher with 4.26, has a ton of potential. I think it would be great with Washington's defense. And also Jalen Petrie, the safety from Baylor. That's maybe someone to look at as well. So in my opinion, I think it's kind of between Jalen Petrie and Tariq Woolen, the corner from UTSA. We're going to go Tariq Woolen here. William Jackson was not nearly as good as Washington fans hoped for. When he signed with them last season, he was not good at all. So I think getting some more corner help would be really good for Washington in the second round. Maybe they trade back. I don't think that would be a bad option at all for the Washington Commanders. Honestly, I think that probably would be the best option. If there's not somebody you're really dead set on taking with a second-round pick, maybe trade back, get some more draft capital. But like I said, I don't do trades on these videos. But let me know what you think of this, kind of mock draft here of the Washington Commanders. If everybody does it for this video, if you're new to the channel or if you've seen the videos before, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time on the Sports Student Hines Show.